Patrick, thanks. So did you know when you take one of these home DNA tests like this one from Ancestry, you could actually be helping to solve a crime on the other side of the country? And now a top-notch scientist from right here in West Virginia is rewriting the rules and turning DNA maps into DNA traps for criminals. A reign of terror during the 70s and 80s struck fear into many on the West Coast.
The Golden State Killer is the worst of the worst of the worst.
Thanks to DNA detective work, this case is one of dozens where arrests have been made, giving families closure. A scientist originally from Elkins, West Virginia, is at the forefront of this technology. Dr. Stephen Armentrout is CEO and co-founder of Paraben Nanolabs in Virginia.
So the new technology that we made available just a year ago is called genetic genealogy.
So here's how it works. When you take a recreational DNA kit like this one, you can then choose to upload your DNA results to a site like GEDmatch to find other family members. And that is where Paraben steps in.
We can take that DNA sample from the crime scene and upload it to a public genetic genealogy database. We're able to narrow down the list of possible contributors of that DNA to just a few people.
They've helped solve over 55 cases.
We got 2 good matches on each side of that person's family tree, and literally C.C. Moore, our lead genetic genealogist, solved that case over a weekend.
We arrested a 77-year-old Edmonds man. He's suspected of murdering 20-year-old Jody Loomis in 1972. His name is Terrence Miller.
And here's where state-run crime labs like the one in Charleston come into play.
Once we extract the DNA, we run it on one of these machines to determine.
Melissa Runyon sees this as another tool to help investigators.
Then they find an actual sample from that individual to send to the crime lab to make that association like we would normally do in a case.
Earlier this year, Paraben made a familial match in the 1999 murder of 2 Alabama teens.
And in the Alabama case, it was a lead that a sheriff was then able to use to go out and get a DNA sample. And using that good old-fashioned traditional DNA matching technology, they got a hit to the crime scene.
45-year-old Coley McCraney was arrested and charged with their murders.
It's always exciting, each and every time, to see the work being applied effectively, and we know what relief that can bring to the families.
All I've ever wanted to do was stand in front of someone one day and ask them why. Why you thought you had the right to take my daughter's life.
Incredible technology there. So Jennifer, big question is, what's the price tag for this kind of test?
Well, I talked to Dr. Armentrout about that because obviously some of these are small police departments, and he says it's about $1,500 to do the lab processing, then another $3,500 for the genetic genealogy portion. And that may sound like a lot just to get some lab results, but when you think about it, these are cases that have gone unsolved for decades. How many hours have gone into those? So at the end of the day, $5,000, if they can provide a name for a person who turns out to be a lead in a case, that's a pretty reasonable amount.
Let's talk about the tech itself. Is this something that really can hold up in court?
Well, there has been a lot of controversy about this actually over privacy laws and ethical standards. But if you remember back in the story, Paraben is actually just being used. They're using this publicly available volunteer database like we showed you with GEDmatch. That's where people have agreed to put their own DNA results there. They've agreed to some policies, some terms, and on those, law enforcement can't actually use DNA from those sites for certain crimes. The genetic genealogy research just guides law enforcement, but it is that traditional DNA, like in the crime lab work, that's what goes to court.